Okay, and now. Alright, so this is the first level, Bank Heist, and we start off with a skip, which skips a little cutscene. And the funny thing about this cutscene skip is that it doesn't work in the GameCube Japanese versions. Like, the first skip you do isn't possible in some versions, it's really weird. And I'll go a bit more into other versions in later on. Oh, I missed that guy, that sucks. That was kind of annoying. Okay, I lifted that thing up where those guys hitting me, so that's good. So I just jumped over a cutscene trigger, skip a little cutscene. That's pretty interesting. So yeah, I'm going to say this now. This is the Xbox version of the game. I play on this version not only because it's much faster loads than the other two consoles, but the main exploit in the game is also easier, and there's some skips that don't work, primarily in the GameCube version. You can also run on PC as well. That's completely fine and faster if you have a downloaded version and a good PC. Oh, I got that skip first try. Oh no! No! I can't believe it. I nailed the skip and then I just did the dumbest thing.
Mr. Incredible can karate chop midair to gain more height, and that's how a lot of skips are done in this game.
Yeah, that's how you do a lot of skips in this game. We call it slope climbing. It used to be called double jumping, but we call it slope climbing now. So that went surprisingly badly, but, you know, sometimes we make mistakes that we've never made before. The rest of the level's pretty simple. Like, in this bit, you've got to try and not get hit, and that's pretty simple.
I love Samuel L. Jackson shouting in the background.
Yeah. And Mr. Incredible's movement is pretty important. Like, you'll see me roll and then jump, because without charging, that's the fastest way to move, and you can't always charge. Walking is just flat out slow, so you don't walk. Except when you're setting something up. So I just need to kill these dudes, and then these guys are going to come up. I'm just going to have to hit them. How did that not hit him? Oh no. The bomb's just going completely wrong. Why is this going so badly? This part's pretty simple, I'm just bad. So yeah, I've done that. We're just going to watch a little cutscene, and I have to do another pole vault, and then you can move on to the next level. For some weird reason, pole vaulting is slower in the GameCube version. Like, Mr. Incredible takes a lot more time to run up to it. Like, I really don't know why, but it's just the case. The GameCube version is easily the worst version to run. So I will say that right now. And this game is 360 compatible as well. So if you have a 360, you can still run this game.
Are the loads slower on the 360?
It's hard to say exactly. They're very similar. But load times on Xbox are heavy to can vary a lot depending on your disk drive. So this is the first Mr. Incredible level, and of course you play as Mr. Incredible or Elastigirl. Gotta get that clear, otherwise some people, especially Megaspeed, who we're going to be talking about a lot, he won't be very happy about that. But this level doesn't have any major skips, but there's a lot of small skips. There are a few small skips which are just way too hard to pull off, so I won't do them, but there are other skips which I am going to do.
Yeah, some of the skips in this game are just very difficult.
Yeah, this game is tough, most definitely. It's really fun, but it's also very tough. So right there I did 2 cutscene skips. Like with Miss Incredible, if you do her rolling attack off a ledge, she doesn't lose any height, and she gets a lot of speed, so you can use that to travel in the air quickly, and that can skip some stuff. And that allowed me to do another cutscene skip, which would usually be harder if I didn't, you know, do the first cutscene skip. A weird thing about this game is that some skips become easier if you do other skips. And that's mainly in the Mrs. Incredible levels as well. Which are some of the more difficult levels in the game. For example, there is a super hard skip here, like you gotta wait for this helicopter, but you can skip that, but it's extremely hard. Both do optionally and to do in general. It saves like 3 seconds, but you fail it, you lose like 50. So it's just not worth going for. It's 100% Taz only.
Squag, let us know when's a good time for a donation.
There's another level coming up which is very good for donations, so I'll just wait till then. Here we're just going to take advantage of Mr. Incredible's jump arc and a kick. Mr. Incredible's kick in the air is very useful for making long jumps. And usually we'd have to throw enemies at these boxes, but we can just skip that. There's another skip I can do here, but I'm not going to because I'm just not very good at it. So I'm just going to wait for this helicopter and just wait.
That's a bad sign.
Ah, and there's a little skip here. Like, you usually have to use the helicopter, but you can just mash the grab button to gain height on these things, and it can let you get up there, but it's kind of hard.
Oh, man.
Like that.
Yes!
And there's another skip here. I die here because it makes you spawn really high and lets you jump up here, and it skips some stuff. One of the easiest skips in this level, for sure. And usually there's electricity on this floor, but since I did that skip, it's not there. Although it will sometimes appear. You can still hear it. And that's the end of the level. Now the next level is not very exciting. I'll get that out of the way right now. It's one of the easiest levels, but it's also not exciting at all, so it's perfect time for donations. But first off, I'm just going to explain some things. So the next level is our first boss level, Buddy Pine and Bon Voyage, and we start off with an auto-scroller. And the funny thing about this is that this Mega Speed guy has spent hours trying to skip this, even though it is 100% impossible. I mean, I will be honest, he does make some questionable decisions, but he's found a lot of really good stuff in this game, so I can definitely give him credit as well. Just
I think it's a good time for the donos now.
Yeah, if you have donations, feel free to read them out now, because this is very exciting.
Yeah, just one for the moment. We have a $2 donation from Emerald Ally, saying, "Hey there, SuperSqank. I remember this run from Fleet Fest. Good luck."
Thanks, Emerald Alley. I really appreciate the money. Yeah, this run's pretty fun.
Why are you trying to stop him? He's just trying to help.
Yeah, he's just trying to help, but he's got a bomb on him, so Mr. Incredible has to get him off. It's much like the movie. This text is pretty easy. You just dodge things. Like, it's not hard at all. So we have another cutscene, and then we have a boss fight. Now the bosses in this game are definitely not the best. Some of them have strats making them a little bit faster, some way faster, but this boss doesn't have much. So you just, you know, do whatever really. Yeah, it's showtime right now. There's a little skip we can do here, which saves a little bit of time. If I jump up here and get hit by his bomb, you can just hit him immediately. You usually gotta wait for the bomb to drop and throw it at him. This boss is dumb because it's kind of RNG. I mean, it could be manipulated, but we're not fully sure how. I just run around in circles, and I feel like that kind of works. But there's not really much to this boss. It just has cycles, and you just gotta throw bombs when you can.
The other bosses are annoying, though.
Yeah, the other bosses are annoying. I was standing too close, so the bomb didn't land. Where he throws the bomb depends on where you're standing. So you've got to stand far away so that he doesn't drop it on the floor, but not too far away, so he throws it quickly. And right there collects a little bonus item. I mean, it's not essential. It is for 100%, but this isn't 100%. But it just gives you some concept art. You can't even collect it all in the Xbox version because there's an arena where you collect bonus items, and in the Xbox version it's DLC. And since Xbox Live doesn't exist anymore, you can't access the arena legit. But that's only for the Xbox version.
How old is this game?
It's free in other versions. This game came out late 2004, so nearly 13 years.
Dude, that's some early DLCs.
Yeah, it's like free DLC, which is probably on the disc. Like, the thing is, here you can just jump up like this, and Bon Voyage will almost never hit you. And he looks quite weird in the helicopter as well, for some reason.
Another donation here if you have time.
Yeah, this is perfect time for donations. So.
Alright, we got a $1 donation from Sfasano saying, donation just because the host voice is too good. Can you say just for me, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? As much wood as a woodchuck could chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Thanks for your donations, folks.
That was a pretty epic donation.
Remember, they are all going to a good cause. They are going to the Save the Children Foundation.
So this bit's pretty simple. You can make him not move in these last 2 cycles. And for some, if the frame rate in this game is weird, in the Xbox version it runs at 60, but sometimes it speeds up randomly. And in the GameCube version it's 30 in most levels, but I think it's 60 in a few. And in the PC version it's also 60. But I'm not 100% sure about PS2.
Friendly reminder, if you want to see more runs of licensed games, you should definitely follow SuperSqank's channel. He runs really a lot of them.
Yeah, I run quite a few licensed games. I mean, my main 2 focuses are Ratchet & Clank games and these children's video games. But this is the main one I run. And that's the end of the boss, and we just have to sit through this kind of long cutscene. But then we have a level which has a major skip in it, so that's all good. Yeah, rat games are children's games as well, kinda.
The in-game cutscenes are unskippable, unfortunately.
Yeah, it definitely is kind of annoying. It's not a deal breaker because none of them are super duper long, but it is kind of annoying. Especially since that this game was pretty much made by the exact same team at the same time as the SpongeBob movie, which does let you skip in-game cutscenes. Well, I definitely think this game's a lot better than that game in terms of the speedrun. So this is in Part Inferno. It's the only time where we get to play as Mr. Incredible in his burglar suit. This level's pretty simple and it's got a pretty neat skip. Go up here. This beginning part, you don't really do anything special. Run around. But next up is a skip, which basically skips the whole level. So what you do is that you just run around, kill some enemies, and this was probably one of the first skips. And I think this was one of the first skips I found in this game. You jump on here, and then you can jump up there, and that skips the whole level.
Nice.
Saves around, like, I'm not fully sure, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It's quite a big skip.
The level went smoothly.
Yeah, that was a pretty good level.
Oh, here comes the Sonic the Hedgehog level.
Yeah, these levels are definitely interesting. I mean, this level has no skips, but it is interesting. It's a lot like Sonic 06's mock speed sections, except it actually plays decently. So that's the main difference.
You gotta make it on the time to school.
So yeah, this is a level they made just for the game. Like, Dash is late for school and he's got to get there on time. And as you can see, the speed is measured in kilometers, but that's only because I'm playing the PAL version. Like, the NTSC versions and the English PC releases have miles, but every other version, including the Japanese versions, have kilometers. Of course, that's a custom in those countries. So I'm going to go for something kind of risky here. I hope I get it. Okay, got it. Nice. This level can be kind of scary at times. Because doing it fast is quite tough, because you can just crash into something and die very easily.
Yeah, I imagine the cycles go a little bit too early.
Yeah, like, the levels have consistent cycles, I can tell you that much, and that's very helpful for some other levels.
Here comes a cool skip.
Yeah, it's nothing special, but it's cool. You're supposed to go out those ramps, but you can just boost and jump over them. And I could just boost past these cars. I've been dying in this next section a lot recently. I mean, casually it's very easy, but when you're doing a run like me, it's not so easy if you're trying to do something fast. I'm going to do something slow and safe.
Why go slow when you can go fast?
Because I don't want to die, and dying is even slower than going slow.
Fair point.
Even though all the checkpoints are in 20% incarnation, some checkpoints are longer than others, which is kind of odd. But it's just a thing that exists.
Yeah, these levels are definitely better than new Sonic games.
Yeah. And that's the level done. Nice and smoothly. Alright, so next up is beach landing. This level has one of the easiest skips in the game, which saves so much time, so that's pretty nice. And there's also a new skip, which I found like a week ago, with a new exploit found by Megaspeed. You'll see that in a bit, near the end of the level. This level's not long.
Oh, Mr. Incredible is fake right now.
Yeah.
Mr. Incredible, you may find
I think the story is that he ate a lot of McDonald's and, well, he turned into this.
seek cover from their attacks and destroy them while
Yeah,
they
this is the
recharge.
part of the story where he's not in shape yet.
Yeah, this is when he gets sent to Madison Island.
Quick donation, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a $5 donation from Spidey Balls.
Ooh!
Spidey balls!
Hey Sqank, it's your dad here. Just wanted to say I hope you finished your homework before this run. You have a huge test tomorrow. And remember, keep it pure speed, baby.
Oh my goodness, I love you so much, Spidey.
And we got another $1 anonymous donation saying Kawanichi nozekuchi kinu no bebashi takeyama uguisu no mori tsuzumi ga taki tadahira no ichi no tori u ne no Yamashita Sasabe Kofudai Tokiwadai Myokenguchi.
I'm assuming that's my sister for some reason.
I
That was
just
odd.
wonder what you just said, actually.
It's actually just a whole bunch of Japanese surnames.
Yeah, and when I jumped on the tree earlier, that was the big skip. The big, really easy skip. And right now I'm going to do the new skip. And we recently found out that if you keep doing Mr. Incredible's crouching punch in the water, he doesn't actually fall in the water, so you can just keep doing it and then do a high jump out of it.
Nice.
Oh, I missed it. This is quite new, and I've practiced it a little bit, but I'm not great at it. There's like 2 other strats you can do here. And there's another strat as well, which saves a lot of time, which I didn't go for. Because it's really, really hard.
Yeah, that's a common theme.
You can see it in the IL world record. Yeah, this game does have a few does have IL runs. So that's that level done. Next up is No Madison Island, which is a level which is known for being pretty difficult. This level has pretty tough skips, which hopefully I won't do too badly on.
Oh man, this is the part where the hard skip is, the out of bounds one.
Yeah, this level is one of the toughest skips. and it requires the slope climbing glitch. The slope climb glitch is really hard to get good at, and if you're playing on PS2 and GameCube, you're going to have a much more miserable time learning, you know, slope climbs. Because the timing seems stricter in those versions. I mean, the timing's pretty much the same as the in the PC version as the Xbox. Of course, like I said before, that version is perfectly fine to run.
Yeah, we just...
Yeah, I just skipped that door. You're supposed to lift it up, but you can slope climb up it to skip doing that. But yeah, shout out to Spidey Balls for finding slope climbs. He was one of the originators for this game, and he definitely is one of my inspirations for running this game. He's my main inspiration, as well as Dwayne and B, so shout out to him as well. Because he was making it as back in the day. Right, this is where the skip starts. Got to start with a slope climb. The slope climb's not too hard, but you can still mess it up. Here's one of the hardest ones. I might miss. I'll probably. Oh my goodness! First try.
Nice.
That's amazing. But now I'm going to try and do another skip where you run along here, and then you got to jump over here. Oh, I missed it.
Oh, so close. The out of bounds looks very weird in this game.
Yeah. There's a backup strat you can do, which I find easier, but a lot of people find harder. So you just go up here and jump on here. I'm going to try and go for that skip again. Hopefully I won't have to do the turret. I don't want to do the turret. Because you usually use a turret to shoot down that base over there. Oh, I missed it again. Yeah, I might as well do the turret. Because I could do this fine in practice, until today.
Yeah, I had a lot of trouble with this in practice.
This level's super hard. See, even though I've practiced slope climbs so much, I still miss them so often. Oh, I'm just going to do the easy strat here. Just high jump through this tree to clip out. The turret's really easy, so that's also something. I haven't done this in so long, so I hope it goes fine. But it's easy, so it shouldn't be a problem. Like, you just literally shoot this ship until it dies. You don't have to worry about anything else. So yeah, it's good that I got to show that off so that new runners can, you know the easier way to do it. If they don't want to do it casually. Because that's always an option, but it loses a lot of time. Okay, that's that level done. So next up is Volcanic Eruption. This is the first Omnidroid boss. Anyone who played this game as a kid will know how horrible these bosses are. But luckily, we have a little tactic in the speedrun to make it easier. Like, we can just keep high jumping and hitting it in the eye.
Yeah, unfortunately, he can still get out of this.
Yeah, he can still get out, but you can actually do this until he dies, and it saves a lot of time if you successfully do that. Compared to punching him in the legs, it saves 2 minutes. Oh, he got away. And hitting him with these rocks is hard. Because the rocks so easily get destroyed. And he doesn't get hit much either. Okay, this probably isn't going to hit.
You got him, though.
Yeah, I got him. But the thing about hitting him in the eye is that you can actually stop him from jumping. You cannot do that with hitting him in the legs. This boss is easy if you know how to do the strat, but it's hard to do optimally, because it can easily go wrong. Especially if he tilts like that. He can tilt in different directions. If he tilts in that direction, it's good. But if he tilts forwards, it's bad. Okay, skip the second cycle. Nice.
Okay, last health bar.
Okay, so prevents him from jumping again. Also, hitting him in the eye does more damage, so you want to hit him in the eye. And he's done. That's made that look so much easier than it is casually. Because casually that boss is a nightmare.
We have a new
I mean, I only played this game once when I was very young, but that boss, man, it was tough back then.
Oh, Mr. Incredible now is in good shape.
Yes. For all of you've seen the movie, you should know that, you know, he starts doing some exercise and he gets a new suit, and yeah. I'm going to do another skip here. This is the only skip which doesn't work in the PS2 version. The only skip.
Yeah, and if he misses that, he can't do the skip.
Yeah, I mean, if I fall off the tree, I can try again, and if I fall in an invisible wall, I can easily get out, but, you know. The next bit is the part that's difficult. It saves over a minute, but if I fail it, it loses a little bit more time, so I don't want to die. Oh, I didn't kill that thing optimally for some reason. This thing's pretty simple, you just shoot these guys, and it's really easy. You want to try and start in the next guy once the first guy dies. You want to start turning around before he's dead. No! No! I'm missing the skip! And I died.
Oh,
Rip.
man.
But you'd get up there and, you know, flip up. You'd clip through that wall, but for some reason I've been failing to clip through that wall recently. Okay, please don't hit me. Okay, they didn't hit me. Ah, that was too early. And then just get up there. That's the little thing you can do. It saves a little bit of time.
Why do they even try?
If you're forced to go down this route, of course. And there is another way to do the skippy skip that I failed. Which some other runners do, but I don't.
Just what I need.
I've just probably just proved to them why that strat's better, so rip me. Now here we have one of these tank bosses. We fight 3 of these in the run, although there are more, and they're all exactly the same.
Why do they even try?
Yeah, and they can't aim at all. You
No.
can just stand in one place.
Yeah, first phase, duck. Second phase, jump over the lava.
It doesn't seem like they even try to kill you.
Yeah, this is just a pathetically easy boss. Step 3, avoid the laser. Step 4, hit him with the bomb. And all, like, 6 of these bosses are like that. Maybe 8 if you count the arenas. But we don't go to the arenas. One reason is that this is the Xbox version. Second off, that they're completely optional.
Yeah, if there are any donations, you can probably read them out right now.
And I got hit by that stupidly.
Why is it never easy? No place to run, boys.
And then just kill him like that, really easy. Now next up is Great Falls, the second Omnidroid. And if you thought the first one was bad, the second one is even worse. Like, the fast strat of killing him is hard. Let's just say that.
Yeah, Sqank will have to get
Okay, he
on.
did the right thing, good. Now I just got to slope climb up his legs. Oh, I missed. I like to reset when I fail that thing, because I just find it impossible to get back up if I don't do it first try. The main difference with this Omnidroid is that it's bigger, it's badder. Okay, please don't jump away. Like, if this guy jumps away, I will cry. He didn't jump away! Thank you so much.
Oh,
Then you just keep jumping on this guy's head. Like, an optimal slope climb is precise, but you don't need optimal slope climb, so you just duck and kill him easily. Except that once he starts to try and jump, he moves a little bit. So that happens.
Get over here. Bullseye.
Oh, I didn't hit his claw.
Come here, you.
I didn't hit it again. I'm just going to kill him the easy way. The much slower, but easy way. One way it's slower is that you can't stop him from jumping. Oh, come on, I missed that.
Let us know when's good for donations.
Yeah, now it's good for donations.
Alright, we got a $1 donation from Sfasano. Yesterday you skipped leg day. Today you skip entire level segments. You can't run away from everything, SuperSqank, Monka S.
Yes, I can.
Just kidding, this is an incredible run. Kappa 123.
Yeah, this game is incredible. I haven't made a single incredible pun yet. Until now, of course.
And we got another $1 anonymous donation saying, I am the bone of my sword. Steel is my body and fire is my blood. I have created over 1,000 blades. Unaware of loss nor aware of gain. Withstood pain to create weapons, waiting for one's arrival. I have no regrets. This is the only path. My whole life was unlimited blade works. Okay. Thanks for your donations, folks.
Alright, final phase. I hope that I actually hit his claws this time. Nope. Yes!
oh, you hit that one.
Yep.
Get over here.
Ooh, that claw didn't break the rock.
Need a lift? Bullseye.
Okay, he's dead. Much slower than I would have liked, and I had to reset the level, but things happen. This boss is the absolute hardest thing to do fast. Like, the best I can do is like 1 minute behind my best seg. That's the best I've ever done in a run. That boss wasn't too bad. I was like 2 minutes off my best seg. Which sounds terrible, but for this boss, it's actually okay. Because optionally you would of course climb on his eye and stay on there for the whole fight. Here we have another one of these tanks, exactly the same as the last one, so not much to say.
My favorite.
My favourite too. This level's a pretty big skip later on, but first we've got to kill this thing. And trust me, we've tried to skip this thing. Nothing has worked.
Maybe Mecha Speed will find it.
Mega Speed has tried, but he hasn't found it yet. And even if he finds a way, it could highly be 100% Taz only.
No place to run, boys.
This is one of the holy grails of skips we haven't found yet. There's another one, but we've technically found a skip for that. Except it's probably the hardest skip that this game could ever offer. Like, if you thought No Madison was hard, the skip that we could find for this would be even worse.
Why do they even try?
Also, this level probably is one of the only levels with a skip which Spidey was found. He's found quite a few things at the game's very beginning, but most of his skips are now obsolete because we found much faster things to do. But this skip is still 100% fresh that I'm going to be doing right after this boss. And sometimes Mr. Incredible doesn't pick up the bombs because he just doesn't. Right, upcoming is the big skip I was talking about just then. So normally this level is very, very long, but we can do a little skip which saves 5 minutes. It skips the whole level basically, so it saves a ton of time. And this level is long. we used to do another skip, which we're still doing 100%, but that skip is like 2.5 minutes slower than this. Maybe. Perhaps more.
No place to run, boys.
Or less. So yeah, right now I'm pretty much at the end of the level. Even though this level's very long, I've just skipped all of it. Oh no, they're shooting me! Okay, I'm done. Ideally I don't want them to shoot me, but it happens. And I got the soap climb fairly quickly, so that's good. The rest of this level is pretty simple. Like, for these little in-game cutscenes, you can't pause in them, but if you unplug your controller, you can. That's just a little neat thing, which exists. It's useless, but it exists. Another weird thing about the GameCube version is that there's no music in the in-game cutscenes. These in-game cutscenes, there is music, but for the animated in-game cutscenes that aren't using the gameplay, there's no music in that version for some reason. Okay, that level went okay. Next up is finding Mrs. Incredible. Or finding Mr. Incredible. Silly me. You play as Mr. Incredible this level, and this level is there's probably the most brutal skip in the entire run.
Oh.
Like, it's not the hardest thing. It's pretty hard, but it's not the hardest thing, especially if you know how to do it consistently. But if you mess up one part of the skip, as in one particular part of the skip, you lose time. Also, here's a thing that's exclusive to the Xbox and PC versions.
Thick.
Yeah, you can clip into Mr. Incredible's thick. You know what? They patched that in the PS2 and PC and GameCube versions. Shame too. Kappa.
Let's send those bad boys a flying. Come on, heartbreaker.
So upcoming next is another skip. Not the infamous skip I'm talking about, but a little neat skip, which is fairly easy once you know how to do it, and it saves some time too. So kill these dudes. Then you open this gate. And a laser gate will come up, but you can actually roll fast enough to skip it. So you can just roll and you outrun the laser wall. Really easy. It saves a decent chunk of time as well. Does take a bit of practice, but once you know how to do it, it's really easy.
These guys could be trouble.
The weird thing about these guys is that Mr. Incredible's stretching punch, which is the main attack I'll be using, sometimes it kills these guys in one hit. Other times it kills them in 3. Like, I still haven't worked out why that's the case. But I got full and credit power, so that's good.
Are you guys hiding from little old me?
I love how defenseless the guards are.
Whatever happened to lady?
Yeah, there's another little skip here. Like, if you kill these enemies and go through here, you can skip hitting those lights, and the enemies won't hit the switch, so you can skip another section, saving a lot of time. Now, here's the crane room skip. The best skip in the run. If I mess this up, I have to reset the entire level. So first you get on this crane. Also, this does not work in the GameCube or Japanese version, so I'll get that out of the way. Well, you can still do this, but you can't get on the crane, so you have to do something different. So you get up here. Get up here. And then you have to clip through these things. You can get stuck in these things, and the only thing you can do is reset level. But I didn't get stuck, so that's really
Nice!
good. There's another section here. I'm going to go for something risky, but I might fail it. Okay, got it. Nice. I didn't get up there immediately, but it's fine.
I'm a heartbreaker.
This jump is really hard as well. It's really finicky. If you know how to do it, it's not the hardest thing in the world, but if you don't know how to do it, it's hard. Very hard. And I'm messing it up quite a bit. And I'm messing up the easiest bit as well. But okay, I got it. Nice. And it didn't die either, so that's also really good. Usually you have to wait for cycles there, because that bridge would spin around. There's trams that can kill you. But if you do the clip that I did, and you skip the trigger for those lasers, and the room just doesn't load properly, so you can just skip it like that.
Let us know when it's time for a donation.
Yeah, there's not much else in this level, so we can have a donation.
Alright, it's kind of long though, are you sure?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, if you need to say something, just tell me to shut up.
Okay.
Okay, we got a $1 donation from Mr. Miri saying, Donald, you just shut up and listen. You might learn something. Now, nothing brings down real estate prices quicker than a good old-fashioned gang war. Except maybe a disaster like a biblical plague or something, but that may be going too far in this case. You getting this down, you four-eyed? Now, recently a Haitian gang lord died. Apparently the Cubans did it. Nobody's certain. But let's make them certain. You disguise yourself as a Cuban hombre, and then head down and crash that funeral. Mix it up, and then hightail it. You getting this down, Donald? Well, that ought to put the coyote out of the chicken coop, huh? And then we'll just sit back and watch the prices tumble.
Okay, that level's done. And that was pretty decent as well, so I'm really happy about that. Especially considering how bad my mid-game was. So here's another dash level, and this level actually has a skip. Can you believe it?
It looks really cool.
Yeah, it looks cool too. So we have another Sonic 06 level, and it actually has a skip, so again, that's akin to Sonic 06, because that game is full of skips. Like, this level's really hard casually if you don't know where all the obstacles are, but, you know, I've played this level 100 times and know where all the obstacles are, so even though I may die, I know where everything is.
Oh yeah, he can run on water, by the way.
Okay, upcoming next to the next checkpoint with the skip. Now, we've been thinking so long. We've been trying to find a skip in this place for a really long time, but a few months ago, Megaspeed did it. Our boy Megaspeed found a way to skip this section. You can also skip this section, but it's super duper hard, so I don't go for it, and it barely saves any time. So the skip is coming up. Skip's 10% level. And I got it! Yes!
Good.
That skip is really scary. And I nearly failed it as well, so I'm really happy that I got it. But that's the only skip in the dash levels. Like, they're very linear, so you can't really do much. Now, there's a runner of this game called Cube Master, and he's really good at these levels, and he complains so much about how bad I am at these levels, but, and I've just said to him, yo mate, I'm not going to learn how to do these levels quickly until you get world record. So there's a little meme between the two of us, because he knows how to do these levels fast, and I don't.
Well, he hasn't seen me play this though.
No, he hasn't. And you're the best at the dash levels. Yeah, Tana's the true dash level champ. Okay, this route wasn't optimal, but whatever. Okay, that might be our record, so that's pretty cool. Next up, we have Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater in Violet's Crossing. You play as Violet, who's like, you know, the snake in MGS3. And it's a stealth level with a consistent route. So the main goal of this level is don't die. Because Violet dies in one hit. And this is the only Violet level as well. This level's short, but it's very easy to die if you're not careful. The second checkpoint is the hardest one. Like, these guys are easy to dodge. You just go invisible for like almost no time and they don't even notice you. These guys are annoying though. Like, you gotta trigger 2 of them, otherwise you'll get shot. You've got to trigger those 2, otherwise they will shoot you.
Bye.
And the final checkpoint is not hard at all.
I'm out of here.
Who do you think
saw
you're
me?
fooling?
Super duper.
So this level's pretty simple. Just don't die, mainly. But that is risky, but I very rarely die from that, so it's perfectly fine to do. It's pretty easy as well. And that's the level done. Nice and easy. There's a slightly faster route you can do, but it's more risky.
Oh, the incredible.
Yes, now we are in the incredible. Nice pun, game developers. And what you do is, and this level has a whole bunch of skips. First off, I'm going to go for a skip which skips like the first third of the level. It's pretty tough, but I got it first try. Yes! It doesn't really matter if you get it first or second try with the strat I'm doing right now. And then you can go up there and it skips the rest of the level. This skip's a lot more important and it's easier as well. Okay, got it. There's one more skip I can do. It doesn't save as much time and it's very hard, but if I get it, I'll be very happy. Okay, I missed it.
Oh, so close.
And then, in order to finish this, you just chuck these guys in there. Pretty simple. So that level went pretty well. The IL rack was like 21 seconds because there's a much harder and much and not consistent strat you can do. It's almost Taz only, and if you fail it, you lose more time than you gain, so it's not worth going for.
We have a problem.
What is it?
The power to the entire site
And it
was
skips
off.
having to wait for the trams,
Make your way to
because
the
you have to wait for them.
activation panels.
Alright, so next up is finding Mr. Credible. This level has a pretty big skip, but it's really hard. So I hope I don't mess it up. I probably will though.
After you, huh?
Like, you can afford to miss it at least twice, maybe 3 times. Because it saves like a minute and a half and you lose like 30 seconds if you die. But it's really hard, so it's definitely scary.
Let's send those bad boys a flying.
And usually you have to go on an elevator, but you can easily just jump down here, and that saves like half a minute, and it's super easy. Anyone can do it. Even you.
Even me?
Yes, even you, Tana. There's a little glitch you can do there. If you hit that guy in a certain spot, you'll get infinite credit power, but I missed it. Doesn't really matter, though. It's not a major thing, it's just a little time saver if you get it. And I've forgotten the angle that I have to hit him in, so that's me being bad. Alright, here comes the skip. Okay, please. Yes! I got it first try! Yes! Oh my goodness. That skip is so hard to get first try. And there's another skip I'm gonna... Nah, I probably won't. I don't have a lot of credit power.
I need a hot bath.
I'll probably just go for the 100% strat instead. Or like the easier 100% strat, because there's 200% strats you can do. So this is the 100% strat. You use this grabbing exploit that I used, you know, at the beginning of the game to get up here.
Nice.
Like, the strat I usually do is a lot more risky and a bit faster. And there's a fast way to do that strat as well, but I didn't have enough credit power to do it. And for some reason that missile never hits me. And there's another little skip here, which I think Spidey Balls may have originally found, although I found a slightly faster way to do it. So just jump up there and it skips some platforming and running.
Finding bad guys is fun.
So this room has another skip right here. So first you got to watch this short unskippable cutscene, and then you got to climb up here. It's kind of finicky, but it's not too hard either.
Let's send those bad boys a flying.
Okay, what cycles am I getting? No, these cycles, the slow cycles. I've been getting slow cycles a lot recently, although I used to never get them. Also, if you're doing like another animation while you hit the switches, you know, such as rolling, it goes at the same speed, but Mr. Incredible doesn't start typing in them as fast. Next up is a big meme. The skip I'm going to be doing in this room is a meme. Saves like 5 to 10 seconds. I find it easy, but Spidey Balls finds it very, very hard. And he keeps memeing about how it's the hardest thing in this game. And it's just funny. Even though it's really easy. But although saying that, I'm probably going to miss it. So I just jinxed myself.
Are you bad guys hiding from little old me?
And also, when I was practicing this game a few days ago, I missed it like 7 times before getting it. So maybe Spidey's right.
Play dead.
But we'll see, we'll see.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
So here comes the skip. Normally you'd have to run around these things, but you can skip that by doing that. Really easy. Unless you're Spidey Balls, in that case it's blooming impossible.
Your mother warned
But that's the level done, and that was done really smoothly and really quickly, so I'm really happy about that. No deaths at all. And I didn't really have any major troubles getting a skip.
Time for a donation, Squank?
Yeah, donations are fine.
Okay, we got a $1 donation from Sfasano again. Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night I can feel my leg and my arm, even my fingers. The body I've lost, the comrades I've lost, won't stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm gonna make them give back our past.
As Mr. Incredible would say, why is it never easy? And this cutscene is almost exactly the same as the one in the previous level. So that's something. Also, cutscenes take longer to load in the GameCube version for some reason, like after you've watched a cutscene or when you're about to watch a cutscene. For some reason that's longer on GameCube than it is even on PS2, and PS2 generally is the longest load times in this game. Like, for all the main levels, it's the longest load times. Right, this room has a pretty neat skip. Normally you'd use a bunch of switches, but who needs a Nintendo Switch when you've got a Microsoft Xbox and a copy of The Incredibles? I'll tell you who. Me. I bet all of you would throw a Switch. But you just hit these switches, and stuff happens. And normally you'd have to use these swingy things to, you know, get up, but you don't need them. Who needs platforms when you got slope climbing? Oh, and I missed it because I was too late.
Place to run, boys.
Oh, I missed it again. I didn't get enough momentum.
Third time is the charm.
Yeah, third time's the charm. Unless it's not. Okay, got it. Nice.
I told you, man.
Yeah, you were right, Tana. And I take some damage here because I'm going to do a death abuse in a bit. Now, normally in this room, you have to fight a tank, and that's not very fun. And you have to do some weird swinging, and that's also not fun. But since it's a speedrun, and since the game developers made some interesting choices, we can easily skip that. First off, we jump up here, and then we jump up here. That's a really easy skip, by the way. You hit the checkpoint. And then you can just die, and switch will be activated, and you basically skip this entire really annoying room. And that's one of the oldest skips in this game as well. So that's something. Spidey Balls and Dwayne B found all of the old skips in this game. Okay, the bank heist cutscene skip was not found by them or me, but shout out to Poke Got 4N for finding that skip.
This beats a day job.
Right, this room also has a skip. Normally you'd have to go in this room where you have to fight 2 tanks, I believe. And you have to press some switches, and that's not fun. Oh, I fell off, but you can easily skip that by jumping up here and then jumping up here. The old way you used to do it was very inconsistent, but that's fairly consistent. And this saves like 100 years, so it's definitely worth doing, and it's definitely not the hardest skip either. So next up is a room that is very long and boring. Like, you have a turret section, then you have another one of those tanks. And the tanks are no different. So that's fun. And we've tried skipping this one. Like, we've tried our hardest. Mega Speed has even found, like, the hardest strat in this entire game to skip this room. But we don't know how much it saves. He's only shown us like half the strat, and most importantly, if we fail it, it would lose a ton of time. Like, way more than we would save.
Why would you show the entire strat when you can just hide it and get the world record secretly?
Yeah, but the thing is, that strat seems like it would be lava to skip levels of hard from Dang Daxa, except instead of saving half an hour off the run and failing it, would lose like 5 minutes at most. You know, it would probably only save a minute, and is extremely hard, and failing it would definitely make you lose too much time. And worst case scenario, you'll have to reset the entire level. So you lose like at least 4 minutes of that. So it's just not worth it. So Mega Speed's trying to find another skip. He hasn't succeeded yet, and we've tried so much to skip this room, but we just can't. And if there are any donations, they're perfect for this section, because this isn't very exciting.
Yeah, none for the moment. Oh, actually we do have one. We got a $5 anonymous donation saying, 1,000 years ago, superstition and the sword ruled. It was a time of darkness. It was a world of fear. It was the age of gargoyles. Stone by day, warriors by night. We were betrayed by the humans we had sworn to protect. Frozen in stone by a magic spell for 1,000 years. Now, here in Manhattan, the spell is broken. And we live again. We are defenders of the night. We are gargoyles. Put this towards naming the bird Please on Ruby Sapphire.
So this boss is just the same as the other 2 we fought. But at least we got to skip like 3 of them, so that's good.
Why do they even try?
Just kill him in the same way as the other guys. It's really simple.
Why is it never easy?
Yeah, the bosses are like the least exciting part of the run. Like, the rest of the run's pretty fun, but the bosses are definitely not exciting to watch. Yay, the bombs actually work like they're supposed to. That's nice. Ow. Okay, I need to kill these guys first. Because they're like really annoying. They're gonna shoot me if I try and do this thing. Okay, they're dead. And for this section, you just kill all these dudes. Pretty simple. There's a couple of things you can do in this level, but they're not really useful, so you just got to do this casually, pretty much. Like, pulling around these, you know, devices. That's what they're called. And, yeah. The guys can hit you, which is annoying, but they're not too much of a threat, because usually they're bad at aiming. I mean, sometimes they've got aimbot on, but other times they are just terrible at aiming.
This is getting ridiculous.
So this last section is pretty simple. You just got to get on these things.
Why do they
Ow. But that didn't matter. That didn't lose any time, so it doesn't really matter.
no place to run, boys?
And then I go down here because it's easy to grab onto the thingy when it's down here. And then I say that and I miss it, but it is easier to grab down here than up there, and it doesn't lose any time. And these guys are a little bit less of a threat, so that's why I do it. And it loses no time at all, so it's like whatever really. And that is the end of that level. We've only got one more level left. Save the world. Which is another Omnidroid, but this Omnidroid is very different. Right, so here we are, save the world. And this level is mostly about movement and killing and hitting this guy fast. There are some tricks to make him a little bit faster. And this boss is just completely RNG when it comes to where it aims. Because sometimes it just cannot hit you, other times it'll aimbot you. Like, I've said that multiple times in the run, but it especially applies to this boss. Like, this boss is just so annoying. And also, Frozone, who's been missing in most of the game, is going to come back for this final level. I mean, we don't get to play as him, unlike the Game Boy version or this game's sequel, Rise of the Underminer, but, you know, he's still in the game, so that's cool. And he is voiced by Samuel L. Jackson himself, I believe. Just like in the movie. There's a little trick you can do here. Usually it would throw its arms like that, but if you stand on that grass or near the grass, he will just shoot you immediately because you're quite a distance away, so you can speed up the boss a little bit. These roll jumps are really easy, by the way. So, like, sometimes you miss them, but generally they are very easy. No matter what version you're playing. See, we got a good old Frozone over there. And there's just one thing I gotta say now that he's back. Where's my super suit? Yeah, that's surprisingly not a huge meme in our community, but you know, it's still a meme. But you know what not a meme? Surprisingly, coincidence? I think not. Yeah, like a lot of the memes from the movie are not memes in this community. Like we got interesting memes such as "Just let me get a world record." Insert Mega Speed mashing his A button. And for this boss, you intentionally get hit by him so that he resets the cycles. Because usually he throws his, rocks down like 4 times, but if you get close to him while he's moving his legs, he just doesn't. You just skip his cycles and it saves some time. Here's the final section, and time will be coming up as soon as I hit the final droid. And we can use pause buffering to make this a little bit easier. So we get the remote, and then we go into an uncontrollable state, but we can control it a little bit. And time! Okay, that's all done. 106.46, not bad. I think that's like the second best run I've ever done in this game. My PB is 102.15, and that can go down by quite a bit, like sub 1 hour is possible, but I'm quite happy about how this run turned out. This run was pretty good. There's also one more skip you can do in this game in the credits. Normally you cannot skip the credits, but if you unplug the controller and plug it back in, you can skip the credits. So that's a little neat skip. So yeah, this run was really fun. This run originally wasn't going to get in, but it did, so I'm so thankful for that. Like, this game's so much fun, and I'm just so happy that I managed to play this game. So thank you to everyone who watched, and thank you to all of you who let me do this run. And just shout-outs to the entire Incredibles community. Sadly, none of them could come along, but they are there. So shout-outs to Spidey Balls, Dwayne B, Mega Speed, Cube Master, and just anyone else who's really helped us out. So just thank you all. This was just such a good experience for me. So yeah, I'm done now. So thank you, everyone.
And thank you also from the whole station. It was an amazing run. I believe everybody enjoyed. I can say that also from the chat reactions. We have also a few donations, but Pack is coming with his team, so we'll wait for him. And until that time, we'll play some ads. Okay, new game coming up. Eviland, played by Cruel. Go.
Welcome everybody to Evoland Any Percent. I'm joined here by Heos Edge. He'll be commentating along with me. So yeah, let's get this thing going. Starting
press the
in
button?
3, 2, 1, go.